Hello, I'm Horace Douty in Lexington, Virginia, bringing you a local history lesson by way of YouTube. And I encourage you, if you enjoy these history lessons, subscribe to Horace Douty YouTube and hit like and also hit the little icon, the bell icon, so that you'll be notified. I have written the book, two books actually, History Lessons from a Country Church, giving you these stories in print. And if you want to buy the books, they are available in downtown books in Lexington and also the Bookery and also on Amazon. History Lessons from a Country Church. Thank you. Today, the lesson is entitled Snakefoot Territory. For more than 1.5 centuries, the narrow valley right behind me here, between Short Hill and Camp Mountain, has borne the name Snakefoot. Today, if your mailing address includes South Buffalo Road, or if your private lane fronts on that road, you may be surprised to learn that you are residing in Snakefoot, Virginia. From 1800 to 1857, one of the most colorful characters ever known in Rockbridge was making a name for himself a few miles upstream from Oxford Church. He was Robert Hamilton, the affluent donor of Hamilton Church, later called Hamilton School, which still stands on land that he also provided. This man was distinguished in a number of ways. He was small in size, but possessed a piercing wit and a generous heart. The entire community affectionately referred to him as Uncle Bob. Elite Lexingtonians, including the mayor, discovered that a visit to Bob's home was always rewarding. They enjoyed the country club atmosphere, the hunting, the fishing, the humorous stories, and the home-brewed whiskey provided at the fireside of this generous host. Two of the Lexington sports, Alex Carruthers and the famous Colonel John Preston, had returned from an extended tour of the western United States where they had encountered some troublesome Snakefoot Indians. It was around 1835. Back at Rockbridge, Carruthers was visiting Uncle Bob Hamilton, and they were enjoying a leisurely horseback ride along Buffalo Creek. Bob's keen hunting eye was drawn to some tracks in the sand. They were human footprints left there by Elisha, a young neighbor. Bob was aware of the men of that family. They were all tall and lanky, with amazingly long, slender feet. But as Carruthers dismounted and examined that barefoot impression, he authoritatively declared, "Uncle Bob, these are none other than the tracks of a Snakefoot Indian. I've seen them out west, and I know what I'm looking at." And instead of correcting young Alex Carruthers, Bob demonstrated his personable, fun-loving wit by responding, "Alex, you are right. We are definitely in Snakefoot country." And Carruthers could not wait to get back to town and spread the news of his discovery, and enough people swallowed the story to make the name Snakefoot stick. Judge Robert Johnson was born near Hamilton School, and he became a member of the Confederate Congress. And despite his honorable status, Judge Johnson was commonly called Snakefoot Johnson in the polished halls of Congress. I searched the internet and found that there is, or was, until very recently, a Snakefoot home school in Rockbridge. And although I was unable to get more precise information, it is clear that the name has descended from Uncle Bob Hamilton and his frolics on South Buffalo Creek. Snakefoot Lane is a public road only a few miles uphill from Hamilton's home. I like to believe that Uncle Bob still smiles each time somebody writes that address, Snakefoot Lane. We do well to remember Robert Hamilton and to speak his name. He's a good role model for us and for our children. The same can be said for Uncle Bob's daughter, Narcissa, who faithfully maintained the home after her mother, Sally, Uncle Bob's wife, died at age 39. The noble Hamilton family overcame grief and sadness. Their home continued to radiate glowing hospitality for another quarter century. But in the late 1850s, they moved to Missouri. But Snakefoot territory remained on Buffalo. The Hamilton plot is clearly marked in Oxford's graveyard. Hamilton's log schoolhouse church still stands guard beside the ancient stream. Fortunate newcomers, old and young, still laugh and live with the radiant legends and the comforting heritage of the clan of Hamilton. Uncle Bob Hamilton, Hamilton School, Snakefoot Lane. You can drive out there today. That is your history lesson for today.